Hello and welcome to this ATRAX tutorial. In this video we're going to talk about activating and inactivating gauges and what that means for your gauges when you run reports. So this video is going to be applicable to both our read-only and our Premier users, so regardless of your license level you can activate or inactivate gauges. However, the method that you do that will be slightly different just based on the mechanics that are around the Premier and read-only licenses. So if I'm here and I'm on Mike's lab and I'm on Caliper 03, and I see right here we have the active status. So we have active is a checkbox in this system. So if the checkbox is checked, your gauge is active, and if it is unchecked, it is not active. If it is checked, it will show up in calibration coming due reports in your reports tab. If it is unchecked and it is inactive, it will not show up on those reports. So that's essentially the purpose of the button. Reference only also does that same purpose. If you have reference only checked, reference only means that your gauge will not show up on calibration coming due reports because it is considered a reference only gauge. So if you are a Premier user, I'm logged in here as a Premier user. So if I'm a Premier user, I can log in here and I can just click the button. So I can go from gauge to gauge, activate, inactivate to my heart's content, and do it that way. If you are a read-only user, you will not have the ability to actually click the button here. Most of these are all grayed out. You can't actually interact with this screen just as part of the read-only license. However, there is an event up here in the top right that you can use. We have a list of customer events in here, and there's going to be activate and inactivate gauges up here. So if I'm on this gauge, Caliper 03 from Mike's Lab, it's active. Say I want to inactivate it. I click the event to launch. It automatically grabs my gauge so I can see Caliper 03 has already been selected. I have a timestamp and my name is in there. I can enter a reason for the inactivation and it will fill this in. So I'm going to say this is broken. And I have additional comments if I wanted to fill in more detail than that. The benefit here, if you are a Premier user specifically, is that you can use this event on multiple pieces of equipment at once. So if I type in Caliper 01, I can add that, and I can add as many gauges as I want. So if you have big groups of gauges that you need to inactivate or activate, the events are definitely the way to do that, as opposed to going through each individual piece of equipment and clicking the activate button. So all you have to do is click finish to finish the event, and we'll see Caliper 03, the activate button has been unchecked, and broken has been entered into the inactive substatus. So it did those two things for us. If I wanted to flip it back, we just run events for activate gauges. It automatically grabbed Caliper 03 again. This time there's no box for inactivate substatus because it's going back the other way, but all I have to do is click finish. And the gauge is back to active. The inactive substatus field has been cleared out since it is no longer inactive. So that is how you're going to handle activating and inactivating gauges in the system. My name is Mike. Feel free to contact me at qualityteam@atiquality.com if you need assistance on this. Thanks.